Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody, to a very, very special edition of Life Talks with Crystal Phoenix. Normally, I do this as an audio room, as you all know, but today is a very special day. It is my beautiful mom's birthday, and the thing is she made that choice to be my mom when I was little. Um, I'm actually her son's daughter. And when I was 9 months old, she legally adopted me. And so I just wanted to do something special for her birthday. Because what do you buy for the woman that'll buy whatever she wants for herself, right? So I decided to do a special video tribute to her. So happy birthday, Mom. I love you. And on with the show. First, I made a little silly little picture for her for a birthday card and posing me and Matt in with my beautiful sister and son John for her birthday card. And so what I'm going to do today is tell some fun stories and um about her and things that I admire and um sing a little song. I'm even going to invite you guys up if anybody wants to join me just to say a little happy birthday to her, um, and do a couple of little special things. So, guys, bear with me. I'm not used to being all alone up here. Um, I'm used to having people to talk to and everything. So, please bear with me, guys. I love you. Um, First thing is, I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory when it comes to my mom. My mom was born in Tel Aviv in 1943, um, on and then grew up from adolescence in Philadelphia. And she truly is a phoenix in my eyes. She had my dad and sister at a very young age. She was 20 when my dad was born. My sister Susan, was born the year before. And then they moved down to Florida while mom was pregnant with my beautiful sister Sandy. In fact, I'm going to share my screen so I can, show some pictures and let you see what I'm talking about. She was beautiful, beautiful lady. Um, in fact, here is a picture of her back. I believe dad was maybe one or two in that picture. I mean, beautiful woman, love her to death. Um, so let's get some pictures going on here. Sorry, guys. That is a photo of my mom, my beautiful sister Sandy, and my Aunt Eve. Also very fun family. Um, I love all of my family. They're all amazing. And I'll show some more pictures throughout. But so, fun story. My mom actually found out that she was going to be adopting me um, right around the time when I was born. You see, my biological mother was 17 when I was born, and not the best person in the world, but she was young. I get it. Um, but mom used to go to a psychic. I think like every 6 months to a year. She loves sharing this story actually with me. And she walked in to her psychic's room and she looked at her and she goes, "Congratulations, Danielle, you're about to have a baby." Um, and she's like, "What? That's not possible. I had a hysterectomy." So the psychic brought her in and they sat down to do their reading. And eventually they figured out that what she saw was a little girl, a toddler, infant age, and that she basically was going to be raising me. And mom had just found out that Betty, my biological mother, was pregnant with me. My mom is actually my dad's mom. So, in honor of that, I decided to do a small oracle reading. Since mom had found out about me through a psychic, I thought maybe I could, share a little bit of that with her because I've never done a reading for my mom ever. So let's see what the cards say for you, Mom, today. Hmm. And don't worry, Mom, I'm going to send you a picture of all these and everything. So the first card that came up is the water element. I will admit I don't have all of my cards memorized, so bear with me real quick. What's funny is mom does love the water. We used to go on cruises and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's see what this little fairy has to say for her. The water element, the ethers. Water is the elixir of life. It is also a symbol for the astral fluid or universal energy God that permeates all things. Without it, there's no life. Water deserves our respect and gratitude. Honor it and understand what it is you as a human being can do to protect its purity and not be wasteful of it. Water is an element often associated with the feminine gender. It's about love, fertility, emotion, and is also associated with the subconscious mind. Water has no fixed state. It is in a constant state of flux. If this card has appeared for you today, work on consciously appreciating water and what it does for you. Consider carefully all the ways you use it, how much you use. Do you turn the water off during brushing your teeth or leave the faucet running? Are you consciously grateful for water? You may want to examine your emotions to see if they are tumultuous or on an even keel. Though it is natural for emotions to fluctuate, ask the water element fae to help you keep them in balance. This water fairy dances in the flow of energy around her. She is joyous and buoyant as she moves with the current. She doesn't fight it. She moves with the flow. She knows that this fluid is energy and will take her where she needs to be and bring to her that which she needs and desires. Since water is associated with the subconscious mind, you also may be needing to look at a need to follow your subconscious. Dive into the depth of your nightly dreams and explore their content. They hold many messages for you if you just take the time to focus on them. Pay attention to your intuition as it works to guide your daily life. Ask the element of water to purify your emotions and intentions. Ask it to help you see clearly, as in a calm pool of water, that which you may need to know about yourself on a deeper level. You may be pleasantly surprised by what you discover about yourself. Mom is really passionate, so that's making a lot of sense. The next card is, what are you looking at? The keyword mirror. It's time to take a look in the mirror. What is that person you're mad at mirroring back at you? What do you need to change within yourself? Often when we have problems with others, we need to take a look at what we find disagreeable in that person and check to see if we are carrying that same essence around with us. We cannot recognize something within another person unless we see it within ourselves. Perhaps you get upset when you see someone cut you off in traffic. You tell yourself that I would never do that. Well, is there another way that you are cutting people off in your life? Maybe when someone wishes to talk to you, you tell them not to bother you or cut them off. There are many ways that others mirror ourselves back to us. Not all mirroring is negative. You are only able to see something nice in another person if there is something nice in you. Ego is that human part of our consciousness. It is that part that is in touch with our eternal reality. Sometimes it can be exaggerated. This happens when we've forgotten that we are one with the spirit. When we remember our true selves, then there is no need to falsely inflate our ego self. We know we are intrinsically divine. Our egos become falsely inflated through lack of faith in the spirit or in ourselves, since we are part of spirit. Lack of faith leads to fear and uncertainty. We begin to feel less adequate. When a person is secure within themselves, they will notice that their lives become more and more peaceful and abundant. It is as it should be. And many of you don't know my mom, but she is pretty good at mirroring and seeing things in others. And yes, I have a lot of her personality traits. So that seems pretty accurate knowing mom. So the dormouse. Mhm. So the key word is home. The home card can represent your home or a place where you feel the happiest or at most at home. The physical body is also the home for your soul, and at times can be reflected in this. This card also brings to mind things from your childhood, your memories of the past. It can also be about family and close relationships. It speaks of goals you may have for your home, the purchase of a new one, desire to move or renovation, or even new furnishing. It can also encompass yard and garden. In order to determine what you're being asked to focus on, relax for a moment and sense what comes to mind. Don't censor these thoughts. Pay attention to your feelings and where they're guiding you. What emotion does this card bring up? Joy, sadness, fear, anger, guilt, peace? Go with the emotion and ask, what is it about? What does it bring to mind? What's the first thing that comes up? What is it I need to look at again and why? So, and the last card that came up is coffee break. Now, my mom is 81 years young today. Bless her. And coffee break is so fitting because I'm doing this because I appreciate my mom so much. And mom used to drink coffee a lot. I remember growing up. But she never really took breaks unless she went on vacation. She was always going. And this is all true even now. So the key word for coffee break is appreciation. Sit back and appreciate your life. Relax with a cup of coffee or tea and make it a point of sitting to consciously recall all that you have to be grateful for. Consider your blessings, your family, place to sit and drink a cup from, a drink to enjoy. What could be better? Gaze upon your surroundings and see what truly is around you. Are you not truly blessed? This fairy would love to have a leisurely cup with you. So often we take for granted everything that we have. It's time to live in a constant state of gratitude. So, thanks guys for, being here for me and all of the wonderful happy birthday that you guys are giving my mom in the chat. Izzy, Misha, thank you for coming. Queen Kalins, Miss 702 Lawless, Greg, thank you all for coming and wishing my mom a happy birthday. I'm so thrilled to know that I have such great friends. I truly do appreciate you. So, like I said, mom found out she was going to be adopting me right around when I was born from a psychic. So that's why I gave her this reading. Now, to go a little bit further, when mom made that decision for a reason, my biological mom, she had this hunch she needed to go check on me. And when she did, well, lo and behold, I was alone. So she made the choice to adopt me and raise me as her own. I always knew that, I was adopted, that my dad was my dad, and my papa and mom were actually, my grandparents. And that's fine. I mean, I love my family. They're all amazing. I've always known who they were. So, and growing up, I never lacked for anything. I had an amazing life. I appreciate her so much for everything she did. My mom always taught me to stand up for myself, that I was beautiful, even when I was bullied. Yeah, she was one of those tough love moms, but that's okay. It's not a bad thing. She made me stronger. And we had a lot of fun, and she was always creative and supportive of me growing up. Um, we had a lot of fun uh, for like with school projects. She was always super creative. In fact, we had a senior auction one year when I was in high school, and basically what you did was you got to buy a senior for the day where they walked to your classes and all that fun stuff, and they had to do anything that you wanted for the day. So mom and I came up with this silly idea that we would make a poster board, kind of like a jukebox, and somebody would walk up and you would push a button, and the senior had to sing the song. It was little silly things like if I was a teapot, and Mary had a little lamb and stuff like that. For my senior prom, mom made the top for my dress. So it was just a lot of fun. And I was always surrounded by family and music and laughter. And so we always, bless my mom's heart. Um, she is tone deaf, which is why when I asked my family to send me pictures and stuff, thought it was funny to see this picture come up in the pictures that I got, because mom's tone deaf. I love that she still had fun doing karaoke. Um, it was hilarious to me because, like I said, mom's tone deaf. Um, she's a wonderful person, but she can't sing. So I'm going to uh, pull up one of the songs that we always used to sing goofing around in the car and sing along with it. So give me 1 second, guys, if I can pull it. Yep, here it is. Wow, that was fast. Bear with me. I haven't sang the song in a really, really, really long time. So one. Chicken and Louis. Looks like people Peter to me. It was a one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, horn, flying purple people eater. That looks good to me. Well, he came down to earth and he lit in a tree. Said, Mr. Purple Eater, don't need me. I heard him saying in his voice so gruff, I wouldn't eat you 'cause you're so tough. With a one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater. Sure looks good to me. Hey, Mr. Purple Eater, what's your line? They're eating purple people and it sure is fine. But that's not the reason that I came to land. I want to get a job in a rock and roll band. Oh, boy, rock and roll band. Purple people eat a pigeon colored undercoat fun. People with wings. Time to see. Well, so that was just like one thing that we would do growing up. I know I'm being silly, but it's true. We would sing. There was always music and laughter. We watched Gilmore Girls and Seventh Heaven every Sunday night. Um, and that was a lot of fun. And she made sure that I was raised with all the arts and everything, from the age of, I think it was 5, or no, I was about 4 till 7. She read me the book of Phantom of the Opera. And then when my son was 1, we actually got to go see it live, which was amazing. And another um, classic that my mom and I were very, very much like we loved was The Fiddler on the Roof. And we, to the point where we actually had the soundtrack in our car back when you had to use cassette tapes and everything. I think we had to probably bought that cassette tape 8 times because we played it out so much. And one of her favorite songs from it was If I Were a Rich Man. And we used to sing it so loud in the car. So I want to honor her and those memories because they're some of my favorites, and actually sing that song for her because, well, number one, she deserves it, and it was always so much fun. So here we go. Made many, many poor people realize, of course, that there's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So God would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune. If I were a rich man, yeah, who did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, all day long, my bitty, bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Yeah, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, if I were a bitty, bitty rich, diddle, 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 man, I'd build my big tall house with rooms by a dozen right in the middle of the town. All pine tin roofs with real wooden doors below. I wouldn't be one long staircase just going up and one even longer going down. And one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ox for the breakfast in here. Talking just as long as they can. And each go the guy, for the cool, for the key, for the guy, land like a trumpet on the ear. As if to say is a wealthy man. Oh, if I were a rich man, a young diddle 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 dum. All day long, my bitty bitty bones. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. A young diddle 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 dum. If I were a bitty bitty rich, diddle 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 man. I see my wife, my Goldie, looking like a rich man's wife with the top of double chin. Supervising me with the house light. I see her putting on ears and strutting like a pecan. Oh, you would have happened if she sang. Screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town will come to follow me. Ask me to advise them, like Solomon the wise. Leave Reptavia, leave Reptavia, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. And it won't make a one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I'd like to sit in the synagogue and pray. Maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books like the learned men at 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I was a rich man, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb. You decree I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? Well, thank you guys for tolerating that. We really did, like, we really enjoyed the arts and everything, and so I was just going through some of the pictures that my family had sent, and um, came up across this one in my own photos. This is Christmas one year. Now, Mom, super creative. When my dad, sister Sandy, and Susan were all young, she kept catching them sneaking into all of the Christmas presents. So what Mom did was she came up with an ingenious way to stop it. She would number our presents. And to this day, if Mom doesn't do that game, we would get mad at her because it was so fun. You had to have to guess the number and everything of the gift. I mean, that's just the little creative, fun things that Mom would come up with for us. She always encouraged us to be creative and, live, our best life and who to be the best that we could. This is actually my sister Susie, my dad, and Sandy when they were young. Fortunately, we lost Dad and Sandy, but not Sandy, sorry, sis, Susie went a few years ago, but we all still love them, and it's great seeing all these pictures and everything of when they were little. I mean, my mom was definitely a knockout. Looking at those pictures of her when she was young, we used to go to the air show and stuff, so seeing this picture was awesome for me, especially knowing that Matt flies and whatnot. So, and then she's just an amazing woman, and I just wanted to do this for her because she deserved it. Like I said, what do you buy for the woman that has everything? So thank you all for joining me in doing this, and I'm going to sing my mom happy birthday, and I hope that you enjoyed this, Mom. More to come. Thank you guys for coming and all the happy birthday wishes in the chat. So to you, Mom Danielle, I have one more little clip I want to show, and then I'm going to sing you happy birthday, because this clip from my sister Susan's wedding truly is Mom, how she is. I want to say dances through life. She's just the life of the party. She's just so vibrant.
Kindly rise and face the entrance, please. We need everybody to put their hands together to the rhythm of the music. Come on, let me hear those hands. Come on, you can do better than that. I want to hear that loud clapping. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to present you to the mother of the bride, Danielle Bowers, escorted by her husband, Paul.
So that was my mom. That's my mom. She's just elegant and beautiful. And even though she turns 81 today, as you saw, some of those pictures are very recent. She doesn't look a day over 50. She's aged very well. She's so just an amazing mom and has been there for me no matter what. And the even more wonderful thing is she didn't have to be. She made that choice. And I'm so grateful every day that she did. My life wasn't perfect, far from it. In fact, some wonder how at times I survived being an adult. And a lot of that is because of how she raised me and, the lessons that she taught me growing up. She did the best that she could, and I'm grateful for it because I have an amazing life. I have so many supporters, and my family are by my side and encouraging me with my writing and everything. Without their support, I wouldn't be here. And without my mom, I definitely wouldn't, because if she hadn't saved me from my biological mom, who thought it was okay to leave a 7-month old alone, um, who knows? I may not have survived even. But I have so many wonderful memories of my mom, like when I was 16 and mm, she brought me to Vegas with my best friend, Megan, and we were all going to go out on the town. Now, I don't know if anybody remembers these, but the shirts that tied in the back, um, well, was a big fad during the 90s, and I turned 16 in 99. Well, mom had one with a that tied across the front instead of in the back. And she comes out of into our room, because we had adjoining rooms, and wearing this shirt to go out on a night with me and Megan on the town. Now that to me is hilarious, because I looked at her and went, "Excuse me, young lady, you need to turn around and, you know, change that shirt." I was the adult in that moment. Um, she she was just nope. I was not having it, because mom is very well endowed. She's a double D, and the fact that she came out wanting to, you know, for that, I made her change. Now, fast forward to when John, who is now 16, was about 1. She hands me that exact shirt and says, "Now you can embarrass your children." And it was just so funny. Um, she's has amazing sense of fashion. We've done a lot of projects together. She made me my communion dress, everything. Um, she really is amazing, and she did. She chose to be my mom, instead of my grandma, and gave me a great life. I went to private schools. I had wonderful vacations. I had the best educations. I had everything that I could want. And it's because of her. She worked her tail off for as long as I could remember, um, and taught me the value of money, the value of hard work. Um, she was very much, if probably is still, if you're 5 minutes early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. Now that particular lesson didn't always stick. I'm half the time I'm late anyway. But the lessons that she did teach me about, hard work, having, confidence in myself. When I was bullied, she would tell me, it's not you. They're just jealous of you. They want to be you. you know, or if a girl, things like that. And she was always encouraging me, you know, she wanted me to get straight. If she made a deal with me in high school, if I got straight A's, they would buy me a car when I turned 16. Now she made that deal with everybody, but in the family, but she would do positive reinforcement a lot. She would try, some people are like, "Oh, well, that's bribing you." No, because it's encouraging, you to try your best to get the good grades, go to college, and you get benefits from that, which is true. And that's true in life as well. You try your best, you work for promotion, you work your way up through a company, or if you start your own, you just put your best foot forward every day. Like, even when it came to getting dressed for school, 4 out of the 5 days of the week, I had to go dressed nice. If I didn't have uniform, it was always nice jeans, nice shirt, makeup on when I was finally allowed to start wearing makeup. You go to work looking your best, you're going to feel your best. And she really pushed that into my brain, is, how to present yourself, because if you present yourself professional, elegant, and everything, then that's how people will perceive you, and it will keep going. So I learned a lot when it comes to that. And I did this today to let my mom know that I did listen. It may not have always looked that way, but I did listen, and I do appreciate everything that you've taught me throughout my life. And I appreciate everything that you've done for me, for Sandy, for John, for Susie when she was here, for Dad. You gave us unconditional love. Yeah, we fought back, and very strong-willed women like we do, but you've always been there, and I love you, Mom. So happy birthday. Thank you so much for being you and for making the choice to love me and raise me as your own. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom. Happy birthday to you. I love you, Mom. And I hope you enjoyed this and the couple of other little surprises that I'm going to be sending you. Thank you guys for all of the birthday wishes. I appreciate it so much. You guys are amazing for tolerating me and being silly with me. I love it. Everybody is amazing. Thank you so much again. And happy birthday, Mom. I love you. You are amazing, and I just love you. So, bye, guys. Thank you.